The guys are taking a lot of heat, McDermott and Beane.
Yep.
Oh, and you and I stuck by them a long time. I keep thinking somehow in the back of my mind they're a victim of circumstance here, with McCarron being the main culprit.
Nope, not giving him that at all.
Not going to help, huh?
No. There's a hyena entered the room. I won't give him that. I said to you, I like a lot of what they had done in order to get some stability with the franchise. My concern has always been about figuring out the quarterbacks. If the circumstances were McCarron was injured, like you go back to the Kevin Cobb days, okay, that's tougher. Now you're going with the other guys. No.
What isn't injured and being horrible kind of the same thing?
No, because Mike's not injured right now. I guess the difference is this.
Just like that.
They put themselves in this circumstance.
100%.
I mean, Mike, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. They put themselves in this circumstance. When you now look back at it, they started the season with Josh Allen and Nate Peterman. And look, I think they were unfair to Peterman in this sense. You had enough faith in him that not only did you get rid of McCarron, you started him, and then you benched him at halftime of the first game and then got him off the field. So you already were halfway there to pulling the plug on him, which means Allen's going to start, which means you didn't have faith in Peterman, which means you didn't have a backup plan. And if I hear Sean McDermott say, be great to learn from a veteran, I agree with him. Where was that veteran in March, April, May, all the way through? They have handled the quarterback position as poorly as you could possibly handle it. And the only injury was to Josh Allen, and he was already playing, and hopefully he'll be back. I have nobody to blame but themselves.
Look at Derek Anderson. I think right now he's walking around like that Fred Willard character in the movie where he goes, what happened? Because he thought he was going to carry the clipboard, wear the baseball cap, and cash the checks. And now we're asking him, the Bills are asking him to do things he's not physically capable. How many times did he check down in that game? 20, 25?
Well, hold on.
All he could do is check down.
In his defense there, though, you learned the offense 11 days before. I can't blame Derek Anderson, and he threw for over what Bills quarterbacks were throwing on average. They were averaging 125 yards passing a game. He threw for 175. And how about this fun fact for you? You ready for this? Without garbage time, even though they were in garbage time, there was no garbage yardage because they were still playing defense, the Colts. It's the first time this season the Bills gained over 300 yards of offense.
Yeah, that's more of an indictment on the entire Bills team. I don't blame Anderson. I don't blame Allen. And I don't even blame Peterman. I blame the coaching staff and Brandon Beane. They did a terrible job.
But you didn't say McCarron.
No, I don't blame McCarron.
What did McCarron do? He competed
played
for a job.
He wasn't the guy they thought they were signing.
No, they weren't. He was actually, because they got him late in the second day of free
Bill,
agency.
To your point, that's specific to McCarron. If you didn't like McCarron, go get another guy then. Go get somebody then if you're that
Is
concerned.
that where it went wrong? I'm trying to pinpoint.
No.
Where was the biggest mistake
Here's the biggest mistake. You ready? Free agency opened on day one, and an hour went by and they didn't sign a quarterback. And 5 hours went by and they didn't sign a quarterback. And 15 hours. And at that point, it became very apparent, and I said it on this show multiple times, that they were going to go with Peterman, and whoever fell to them was going to be their, quote, insurance policy to compete with Peterman.
That's exactly what happened.
They stacked the deck for Nate Peterman to win because for some reason McDermott has all the faith in the world in this kid.
It has hurt him from the beginning of his time in Buffalo. He drafted Nate Peterman. He played him when he should not have played him, and then obviously had to bench him last year. Then had enough faith to not look for another veteran quarterback outside of McCarron, dumps McCarron, and Peterman's career is ruined. And it's not all his fault. He's played horribly. He was on the field way before he should have been, and certainly before he should have been as a starter.
And what's even funnier now that McDermott is being held accountable for these mistakes that he made, he's not so fun anymore. He can't handle criticism, he's a control freak, and he made a huge mistake in what he did, and you're in your bed. Sleep in your bed now, bro.
JC, it's 13.5 is the line on Monday night with the Patriots visiting Buffalo. It would be a good time anyway, but, pick that game for me.
It's not enough, Billy. It's not enough. My prediction, not only Patriots cover, but I think Tom Brady will be wearing the cap in the fourth quarter. He's got to have the helmet off. He's not even going to have to finish this game. I mean, I think this will be a game you're going to get the Patriots backup quarterback in the fourth quarter. I think it's going to be that ugly. And just a quick sidebar, I'm not absolving the quarterbacks, but who do they have to throw to? I mean, we cannot just go past the fact there's nobody in this receiver core that's worth keeping around. They have nobody to throw to. And maybe Daboll, the offensive coordinator, should get a little bit of heat here too. I don't know what the plan is.
Got a second game?
You know what? I like the Colts, believe it or not, next week or this week when they're going to the Raiders. The Raiders may be a bigger mess than the Bills right now, and that's saying something. I think the Colts can actually cover that spread on the road at the Raiders.
You got a couple you like?
The Patriots are going to win the game outright, obviously, and they're going to win it big because they enjoy doing that to Buffalo. I mean, Brady, seriously, you usually don't see him do that, the whole in the phone, hey, Bills Mafia thing that he did. They're coming in, Monday Night Football. I think the Bills defense will play much better than they did against the Colts. They just don't have the offense to keep up with New England. I think New England wins it handily and covers. And in the other game, I've been so bad picking this, I'll pick my own team. The Eagles choked a game away against Carolina. They'll go to London and beat Jacksonville this week and cover the spread.
I'll take the Panthers +2 playing the Ravens at home. I'll take the Bills because I don't know. How does the line just stay at 13.5?
And I'm with you there. All right, bit of history for you. Tom Brady's lost twice in Orchard Park. One where he took that wicked sack or shot from Nate Clemens. The second one is when he insulted Buffalo right before he came.
At the hotel,
Yes,
right?
he asked him
Yeah.
what hotel his dad was going to stay in, and he laughed about it. Whenever Tom Brady kind of steps out on the Bills and then shows up in Orchard Park, things don't go well for him. I have a weird feeling. I don't know if the Bills beat him outright, but I don't think this defense has back-to-back horrible performances like they do. And I think Derek Anderson is better this week because his body is still kind of there, and he's going to know the offense better. I think they were able to keep up, and I don't know why, but I have a feeling the Bills are going to cover this game Monday night. Second game, Packers 7-point dogs against the Rams in Los Angeles. How do you make Aaron Rodgers a 7-point underdog? I don't care who you're playing. Packers cover that easy.
Didn't you say that's biggest in his career?
Biggest career when Aaron Rodgers is healthy playing in a game to be that big of an underdog.